I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So you know what I'm saying. I'm with it. So I'll be going for Bud. If he fight Canelo.
A little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants.
Errol Spence Jr. has finally broken his silence after joining Terence Crawford in training camp ahead of the highly awaited showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Offering his first word since teaming up with his former rival, Spence praised Crawford's focus, work ethic, and mindset going into the biggest fight of his career. The unexpected partnership between the two has turned heads in the boxing world, showing mutual respect and shared goal of making history.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. It's simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And is any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Spence Jr. has shown respect for Crawford ahead of his big fight with Canelo Alvarez, calling him a strong dude. Spence, who struggled with timing and took a lot of punishment in their 2023 fight, used those two words to sum up Crawford's power in the ring. He also pointed out that Canelo once moved up in weight just like Crawford is doing now, which is why Spence believes Bud has a real shot at pulling it off. Crawford is taking a big risk to make history, moving up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed super middleweight title on September 13th, 2025.
It could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So you know what I'm saying. I'm with it. So I'll be going for Bud. If he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah.
He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
So recently, Errol Spence just backed Terence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez in the upcoming fight, September the 13th. And now you got a whole lot of people making a whole lot of noise about it, which is crazy because if y'all remember, Errol Spence, he been calling out Canelo Alvarez for years. Remember when Canelo Alvarez was still at 160, Errol was saying that he'll move up to 160 just to fight Canelo Alvarez. I guess because he's seen something in Canelo that he can exploit. And being as though that Terence beat the shot at Errol Spence last year, I guess he felt like he can do the same thing to him too.
This fight is being called one of the biggest in boxing. However, when it comes to a rematch with Spence Jr., Crawford made it clear he's not interested. He simply refused the idea. Bernard Hopkins highlighted the brutal toll Crawford took on Spence in their previous fight. Say it was like 3 fights just in one, and it took 4 fights out of Spence. Hopkins emphasized as a seasoned fighter, he knows how such a brutal beating can rob years, or at least key prime years from a boxer's career.
Terence Bud Crawford is aiming for a Canelo Alvarez clash at 168 to become undisputed for a 3rd time in a 3rd weight division, something that has never been done. They're talking about Canelo Alvarez's 2 fights this year in May and September is going to be potentially versus Jamal Charlo and Terence Crawford in September on the back end. For Canelo, of course, we want to see him fight David Benavidez, David Morrell, dig what I'm saying? But so I know, this might not be what y'all want to see from Canelo, but for Terence Crawford, I like the idea. It looks like Errol Spence is going to do other things as opposed to fighting Terence Crawford in a rematch. So Terence Crawford in the gym right now, getting ready, staying prepared. And I would like to see him challenge himself versus Canelo. He done did everything else in the sport. And I mean,
Though the damage may not be obvious now, it can diminish a fighter's trajectory. Shakur Stevenson doesn't hold back while predicting this mega showdown. He insists Crawford could not only beat Canelo, but might even stop him. Stevenson has long believed Crawford's boxing IQ, southpaw movement, and power make him the superior fighter, and he's been vocal about it for years. He's made his stance crystal clear, saying Crawford can stop Canelo, and more emphatically,
Crawford. Believe Crawford, even though, fought twice, throughout the year, Crawford, was...
But look where he beat.
Undisputed.
Look where he beat. Look where he beat. What he did to Spence and how he did it. That's 3 fights to me. And it took 4 fights out of Spence, right? Yeah, I'm a fighter, so I can tell you when you get punished like that.
Yeah, I was there ringside watching the fight.
It takes a few years out of you. Don't see the years right now, but it sort of takes something out of that person going forward. They still can beat some fights, but it really put a bruise on. You didn't see Spence fight yet, did you?
No.
Did you hear him name opponent for him to potentially fight? It's been quiet. You see the weight he gained?
Bud going to cook Canelo, suggesting a potential knockout is within reach. In Stevenson's eyes, Crawford's technique and adaptability could turn what seems impossible into an upset win. Michael Jai White, the martial artist and actor who portrayed Mike Tyson in HBO's biopic, confidently backs Crawford over Canelo.
Cook Canelo. I think he's gonna cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, in certain fights,
Boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would like apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's like physically kind of big, but like height-wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so. No.
Corey, how you got a decision to stoppage? Because Bradman and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop him.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and him got on the phone, talked about it, but I think that's possible. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud can crack too. So
In their coming showdown. In an interview, White dismissed Canelo as a favorite, saying simply no, and compared the matchup to the Mayweather-Canelo bout with Crawford's speed and unconventional style, giving him the edge. He praised Crawford's agility and ringcraft, envisioning him outpointing Canelo much like Mayweather did despite Canelo's improvements.
Canelo versus Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Do you feel that Canelo's going to win?
No.
Really?
No.
So you would put your money on Crawford?
Yes.
You'd make money. Just put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Crawford's going to beat him?
Because Crawford could find people to fight like Canelo, who is amazing. Canelo has he evolved. I saw how he evolved defensively and everything. I just don't think he's as fast as Crawford. And I think Crawford is just a little step ahead as far as movement is concerned. And so I think it's going to be Mayweather Canelo Part 2. That's what I think. Crawford ain't gonna knock him out, but I don't know if Canelo's gonna land very solidly on Crawford. Canelo's way better now, but I still think there's an edge. It won't necessarily be exactly like that, but I think he'll edge him out point-wise. All you need is that little bit of an edge, and I think Crawford has that.
Former champion Antonio Tarver has also shared a bold opinion about the upcoming fight. He believes Crawford can beat Canelo if he can handle Canelo's power at 168 pounds. Tarver points out that Crawford has top-level boxing skills, but the big question is whether he can take the strong punches that come with moving up in weight. If Crawford can deal with Canelo's power, Tarver feels confident that everything else like speed, ring smarts, and accuracy will give Crawford the edge to pull off a big upset.